Home playoff games had pretty much become a given for the Sioux Falls Storm over their last decade of a championship run. Last season, however, the team slipped to third in the IFL and for just the third time since 2005, did not play a postseason game in Sioux Falls. Storm can make sure that doesn't happen this time around by beating San Diego tonight and clinching at least a first-round home playoff game. I don't know what Curtis Riggs was upset about, but he didn't have much to be upset about in this game. Malcolm Goins forcing a fumble on the third play of the game. TJ Neal eventually falls on it. That leads to this a few plays later. Kalen Campbell on the end around, 13 yards, and it's 6-0 Sioux Falls. After another defensive stop, Campbell's next score would come through the air, courtesy of a little swing pass from Lorenzo Brown. He takes that one 11 yards, gets some dap for the fans as well, and it's 13-0. Now Brown threw for 5 touchdowns in the game, but his most impressive play came on the ground. Somehow he pulls that snap down, and then he looks like he's back in his Sioux Falls Cougars days, racing 40 yards for the score. It's 19-0 Storm after one. And then the second quarter, one of the newcomers helps put it away even further. From Montana Tech, Nolan Saraceni plowing in for the first of 2 touchdowns on the day. This was all Storm. They take it 60-7, so they've clinched at least one home playoff game in the first round. They could actually get a bye into the conference championship game and the second seed if they can win out. And of course, winning next week at Iowa would probably all but lock that up. That's where they head next in a rematch of the United Bowl. Well, there are plenty of baseball tournaments over the summer in Yankton, but few will ever be as important as this weekend's Kyle Mueller Memorial Classic. Named in honor of the late 28-year-old Yankton alum who was killed in a car crash in January, proceeds and benefits from the tournament and fundraisers have gone to support Mueller's pregnant widow and 3 children. The 8-team tournament beginning yesterday and will conclude with the championship tomorrow. In today's pool play, Vermilion taking on Tabor. Jacob Chauncey off to a strong start for Vermilion with the early punch-out. Tabor flashing some serious leather of their own in their half of the first inning. The star from the football team, Joey Slamma of Bottom. Nice diving catch in foul territory. Now the defense kind of let him down the next inning. Nate Robertson bounces one the other way. It's going to get thrown away for the first of 2 errors that would help Vermilion plate 3 runs. However, Tabor got things together and late in the game and won 4-3. Elsewhere, Renner Post 307 playing a doubleheader at defending state champion Post 22 Hard Hats. Game number 2, Renner up a run in the second until that blooper from Colton Hartford brings in Blake Weaver, and Post 22 would go up 2-1 through 2 innings. Top of the 4th, Renner rallies. Andy Moen drives one the other way. Chase Merrill will come on in to score, and that ties the game. Pretty much all Hard Hats after that, though. Daniel Vigorin with a one-hop smash that gets through. 2 runs come down to score, and Post 22 ends up taking game number 2 10-3. They shut out Renner in the first game 10-0. The Minnesota Twins failed to hit a home run in just 2 of the season's first 56 games, making it odd to see them go without a long ball in the first 2 games of their weekend series at Tampa Bay. Though Miguel Sano was robbed of a dinger last night in one of the more unusual ways. In the 8th inning of a tie game, Sano hit a no-doubter to left, or so we thought, that should have given the Twins the lead. However, the ball was so high that it hit a speaker and carried him back onto the field. Balls that hit any of the speakers or catwalks in Tropicana Field are considered in play if they come back to the field, which, as you can see, it did, and the ball was caught by the shortstop to end the inning. It's actually the second time Sano has been robbed of a home run in that building due to hitting it off stuff up there. Fortunately, Minnesota did go on to win 5-3. As Bert Blyleven said during the broadcast, they should blow that place up. Not going to argue with him on that one. Series continuing this afternoon in Tampa. Top of 3, Twins down 1-0. We need a home run. It's been too long. Jorge Polanco puts a charge into it. It's not a dinger, but it's an RBI double, and that ties the game up at 1. Next batter up is Marwin Gonzalez. He's got plenty of pop, and it looks like we've got our home run. Or not, it hits off the wall. Good news is a run scores on the double. Minnesota goes up 2-1. Now you got to quit teasing us, Twins. You're about ready to set a home run record this year. Give us a bomb. Gonzalez almost to the same spot. Does it have enough? The home run drought is over after 2 games. That would be a drought. That is a drought, isn't it? 4-1. Hey, a little bit later, Byron Buxton deep to left. Yeah, where's your precious speaker to save you now, Tampa Bay? That's his 6th home run of the year. Minnesota up 5-1. They go on to cruise and get the victory by a final of 6-2. Series finale tomorrow. In Sioux Falls, game 2 of a weekend set between the Canaries and Winnipeg after the Birds' wild 11-10 home opener loss last night. Not much happened in the first few innings, but Jordan Ebert turning a rare 3-6 double play to keep the game scoreless in the early going. In the 4th inning, the Birds would break the tie, courtesy of Brett Vertigan. Strong, long, and plenty on to one of the deeper parts of the ballpark. That home run makes it 1-0 after Winnipeg ties things in the 5th. The Canaries come off the deck in a big way. Ebert taking his turn to swing for the fences. That's out in the parking lot for a 2-run shot. It's 3-1. Now later in the frame, the Fish intentionally walked the former major leaguer Adrian Nieto to load the bases for Clint Coulter. That was a mistake. That was also a no-doubter for a grand slam. That's all the runs the Canaries would lead. They were up 7-1. They go on to get the victory by a final of 7-5. Also, shout out to Emma Burns and Allie Lindner of Minnesota's Golden Gopher softball team. Their season came to an end today at the NCAA College World Series as they lost to University of Washington 5-3. Those two had a phenomenal freshman season, getting all the way to the College World Series and starting. Burns had a hit today. Each of them got on base, but again, their season's over. Minnesota finishes 46-14. And the Stanley Cup Finals, Boston defeats St. Louis in Game 3, 7-2. We're back in one moment.